All right, all right, all right. Trending gist lovers. Oh, welcome back. I am so sorry. Let me start by apologizing. I am so sorry I'm late. Okay, YouTube. Sometimes, you plan stuff, but other things can come and can actually come up, and you have to just, do what you have to do. So I apologize. I am a bit late. Okay. Choice TV says waiting, says Yo says waiting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so sorry that you people stopped by, but I was not live yet. Okay, so we are here to talk about the why do I feel like my hair is looking funny? Okay. If you're watching the replay, yeah, and you're a lady, you understand. Sometimes we have to do this, right? I feel like my hair is I'm so much in a hurry that my hair is just a hot mess. Oh good. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So I'm back. Don't mind my hair if it's looking anyhow. I'm just in a hurry to just sit here and we do this thing once and for all. So I'm adjusting myself on camera. Okay. So understand. Okay. However, the hair looks, manage it. Okay. So we are here to talk about Sylvia is host. I am here now. I'm here now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. I was just running to just come in, and my hair was looking a hot mess. I had to just adjust it a little bit. Okay, so they're like, come on. People that will be seeing Cora for the first are like, are you serious? Oh God, they're like, this lady is a hot mess. Anyways, let us quickly dive into the gist. Now, did you watch? That's the first thing I want to ask. Did you watch? Did you watch the program? Did you watch the show? Did you? If you didn't, grab your popcorn, grab your um juice or whatever. Okay. Oh, yes, I thought it was a premiere. Oh, really? Nessa said the same thing too. And we're battling on her side for her to go live, hence I'm late here. It's YouTube Wahala. It was a live, it's a recap, a review of the show. Okay, so grab your wine, grab your juice, and let's do this, okay? Hmm, let's get into it. Now, I had to jot down a lot of stuff, points, because I don't want to miss anything. Okay, so I have a lot of stuff jotted down here. So I will be looking down from time to time. So now we all know that Showmax talked about this whole reality show. Now, a lot of you know about the Real Housewives in the US. You know, almost all the states in the US they have Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewife of this and that and that. You know that. So when they said we're bringing down franchise to Nigeria, a lot of people were just like, okay, we are ready for this. Let's see who the stars are going to be. And then when they brought out the first photos of the Real Housewives, people were like, oh, wow. I also talked about it. I was one of those people that talked about it. And I was like, if they do the show, we're going to review it. We will sit down, we will dissect, we will analyze everything. So that is why we are here. Sorry for all the hot mess that happened at the beginning, and sorry that I came in late. Okay, this is the first review we're doing. I promise next time I won't be late and everything will just be on point. You understand? We're just starting this thing, so you expect some mistakes here and there. Okay, so we talked about it. We talked about the ladies one after the other, Tony, Lawani, Laura Ikeji, Choma Good Hair, um, Iyabo Ojo. So we all the ladies, I felt like they were all beautiful. They were all amazing. What's Caroline Hodgkins or Hutchins? I always call Hodgkins. I hope I'm not murdering her name. Caroline Hutchins, and the other lady, something timing. It's her name. Yeah, I get their names. I get their names. We'll get used to them as time goes on, because they are not people that are so much in the on social media posting so much. So, or if they do, they're not that popular, so a lot of people don't follow them. So I'm not that familiar with their names. Like I said, I had also said that before, that Caroline used to act, so she's a known face, although she stopped many years ago. But Caroline is a known face. She used to be Caroline Danjuma, then Caroline Hodgkin now. So yeah, Laura Ikeji is everywhere. Even though you don't want to see Laura, you will see her because she's always on Instagram posting, talking. She's just this bubbly kind of person. So you cannot help but notice Laura. Iyabo Ojo is another one that is doing her TikTok thing, and she's a movie actress. And Tiana is loud. That's another lady that you don't want to see her. She will always be in your face. You will have to see her. So, okay, you said I did a video on this too, going up to date. That's great. Okay, that's good because we need to talk about it. It's a reality show that is up now, so I think everybody needs to dive in and just dissect. So all the ladies, people were, and then they brought out the trailer, and people were like, "Oh wow, is this what we should be expecting when Showmax released the trailer of what should be expected on the Real Housewives of Lagos?" Everyone was like, "Oh, this is going to be it. Okay, this is going to be lit." Okay, so let's dive in. Okay, it started with Tiana Empire when they so now we are dissecting and analyzing and reviewing and recapping the first episode of the first season. Okay, so we started by showing Tiana in her house. That's the Tiana Empire. She's the one that calls herself. You see me looking down because I said I jot down points that I want to give to you people. So if you've not seen the show, I want to give you so much detail so you feel like you're watching the show right now. Okay, so that's why I wrote down points I will be looking down from time to time. Okay, so it started by showing Tiana Empire, which is Tony Lawani, okay, the fashion, she calls herself the king of queens, the fashion goddess. So it started by showing her in her beautiful home where she was playing with her kids, sitting in bed, wearing a very lovely, coily, long wig that is, I think, up to her waistline, and she had it like packed in tutu. What they call that stuff here. She had like the kids' hair and things like that. The way they used to style kids' hair, she had two small pieces in front and the rest pouring, and she was, just chilling with her. I think one or two, yeah, okay, two. Her son was there, and another, her small baby, the one, Elora, I think that's her name, her daughter's name. They were on the bed, and her husband was sitting close to the closet side in the room. It's a big house, white walls, gold decoration. Like trust Tiana now, she will always do extra in everything. So one thing, the first thing I noticed was the guy there had mask on, and I was wondering why. But then I put two and two together. Then I realized that Tiana's Empire's husband, he doesn't like showing his face when he's doing his photo shoot and all of that. He always covers his face when they go out and things like that. So he's known for that. So if you watch the show, if you did not watch the show, thank you so much. You said I'm still here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I'm grateful. So if you're someone that you don't know Tiana's husband before now, you might be feeling like, why did he cover his face and why didn't he just open up so we can see his face and see what he looks like? But Tiana herself explained it, said he's a photographer and he loves being behind the scene. He doesn't like to be in front. Okay, so You understand? And they did a little bit of a joke where Tiana was telling the kids, let's take off the mask, let's take off the mask. And they ran to where he was seated and they started dragging the mask from his face, trying to take it off. And her son was really pulling, and Tiana stopped him and said, let's leave it alone. You know, I know you would do it. I know you. Like that's what she said to the son. And they went back to the bed and sat down. Then her husband asked her about her daughter. Tiana, I think her daughter is named after her. And she said Tiana has not been in Nigeria for many years now because of her schooling, that she first was schooling in the US and then she moved from there to the UK and she's been there for about 5 years or so. She has not been, so she has not really met her husband. Now Tiana has been married before. Her daughter is grown, you know. So she's been married before. Okay. So this is her third husband. Okay. So she has 3 children for 3 different men. Okay, trying to get you to understand. So that's why this man is asking her, her present husband is asking her, what do you think? Do you think your daughter likes me? Or do you think she will like me? How is she going to, is she going to warm up to me, or she's going to feel somehow when she finally meets me? And Tiana said, well, I think she likes you already because she only cares about if I'm happy. Oh, yeah, I said this hair fits you so much. Really, thank you so much. Struggling so much to style it. Thank you. So, um, she said that that she had that she likes him already from the chat, the way the guy speaks to her. That's what the Tiana's daughter was telling Tiana. Okay, so now, okay, let me make it easy for you so you understand. Her name is Tiana, and her daughter's name is Tiana also. So uh, Tiana's empire is actually, her name is Tony Lawani. So I will call her Tony Lawani now that I'm talking about her daughter, since they have the same name. Okay, and that's the name of their company. Or I guess she opened the company under her daughter's name, Tiana's Empire, because that's the name of the company. So when he now Toyi Lawani now responded by saying that my daughter said all she cares about is the happiness of her mom, and that she sees that, hello, Mama's handprints. Thank you very much for joining. You're welcome. So she says she sees that her mom is happy and the man treats her mom right, and that's all she cares about. And also, when the man speaks to her, like when they are chatting and talking, the man sounds friendly, sounds nice, and all of that. So she now asked him, "Are you afraid?" He was like, "Of course, I'm afraid, and I'm kind of, because I don't know what to expect when she comes back, since she's planning a trip back home, going to Nigeria from the UK." So that was that. Let's see from there what next happened. Okay, then the next scene they showed where they were asking Tiana, how does she feel about. He said, I called her Tony in my review, but I had to voice over it with Tiana. Yeah, her name is Tony Lawani, but I think she's more popularly known as Tiana's Empire, because that's her brand and what she pushes. But you're correct, whichever one you use is the same person. It's just that one is the company name, the Tiana's Empire is the company name, and that happens to be her daughter's name also. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Mama's handprint. Okay, so that now moved the next scene they showed where they were asking Tony, how does she feel, the Tony Lawani, how does she feel that what people are saying out there about she being she's been, like, she has 3 kids for 3 different men. And then she said that she doesn't really care, that people that know her or anybody that knows her knows that she doesn't really care about what people think about her or what people say about her, that she will always do her, she will always do what she wants, and she doesn't give a hoot. That if you come to her page and say anything, she is going to block you. Okay. And that if this her present marriage doesn't work out, and she finds someone else and she falls in love, that she will go ahead and marry that person and have another baby. And if that marriage still doesn't work, she's going to move on to the next, fall in love again and marry someone else. So she might end up having 5 baby daddies. That is it your business? That is it your womb that she's using to have the kids. And then she laughed and she said, maybe I should have a cover photo. I should do a photo shoot with all my baby daddies, like five of them and all the kids and all of that. And they laughed about it. Okay. All right. So yeah, okay. So it's different. Then next thing they showed was the hot photo shoot in the bathtub. Okay, that's how I just titled it so you understand. So after she answered that question, the next thing they showed Tiana was where Tiana was getting ready for a photo shoot. Now we really don't know what she wants to use those photos for, but we know that she has like a clothing brand, a clothing line. She has so many things. Tiana's empire is into so many things. So of course, maybe she's preparing for her new set of stuff that she will release. And she's also a celebrity. She's someone that dresses celebrity up. So she tries to up her game and always come up with something new and all of that. To give her more clients. You know how it works. So she got ready wearing her Victoria's Secret. Let me just put it that way, okay? I don't know because I didn't see the labels, but I just want you to understand because we cannot really go in deep because this is YouTube. So she came out wearing her Victoria's Secret, like a black one, and it is, how do I say it? It is in between the the butt line, like, and that massive. If you've seen Tiana Empire, then you know that she's got booty, okay? She's got booty. So she was looking all hot, all sexy with beautiful hair, makeup done, jewelries, everything. Like, the first time she came out, I was thinking, who's going to do this photo shoot really? Is the husband not going to be jealous if she's looking so hot and she's going for, um, she's going to do a photo shoot. I was like, isn't he going to get jealous? And then she walked into the bathroom. The bathroom was all set up, looking all good. The bathtub, it was just nice. The wine, they had like a tall wine glass ready, and the bath and everything. And then remember, she had said that her husband is a photographer and he's into his photo stuff. So he was the one doing the photo shoot. So they started, and then she took off the robe she had on. It was not as if it was a covering robe, okay? It's this transparent, long black robe, that a lot of ladies love wearing these days that you can see through. It's all see through. So she went and she started taking photos. The camera zoomed from behind, showing her giant, massive booty. Shake what your mama gave you. Shake, shake. Okay, so moving on. So they started the photo shoot, and even on that photo shoot, her husband still had his black mask covering the whole of his face. Okay, and he held the camera and started filming and doing the photo shoot, and Tiana was posing, legs up, this one, that one, drinking the wine and pouring it, and it was just rolling all through her body. I want you to just imagine it, okay? So then that was the photo shoot, okay? All right. Let's move, okay? So next, okay, the next scene, Tiana called. Now if you're just coming in, I will be looking down because I jotted down points that so I can explain, I can dissect this season one and the first episode for you. So if you did not watch, because some people don't know how to get this stuff to get to download the stuff and watch it, and I think the Showmax too is not doing so much, giving people much information on how they can watch in different parts of the world. So I jotted down all the points, everything. Okay, I was watching and jotting, so I will be able to explain it very well. Thank you for that thumbs up, Mama's handprint. Thank you. Okay, so up next was Tiana's Empire. That's Tony Lawani calling Iyabo Ojo on the phone, and she called Iyabo Ojo for them to discuss about her daughter's brand that she wants to launch. Now her baby is still little, okay? Tiana's Empire just put to bed not too long ago, Tony Lawani. I'll be saying both of the names, her brand name and her real name. Her real name is Tony Lawani. Okay, so she called Iyabo Ojo on the phone, telling Iyabo Ojo that she wants to come over to her place for them to discuss about her daughter's brand that she has been working on for a long time now. So it's time for her to launch and all of that. So let them just discuss. Iyabo now said, okay, no problem. That okay. So after they finished talking on the phone, they showed Iyabo Ojo. Iyabo Ojo was coming down from upstairs, this massive house with so beautiful. But that's another white interior. Now I told you Tiana's interior was also white. Now hers is also white. She was coming down the stairs wearing her very nice this what do you people call it? Blazer looking gown, blazer gown. You get the gist. It's very popular these days. This blazer gown with the cross buttons and all of that. Yeah, that's what she was wearing, with a black boot with a lot of designs on it. She came down and she was on the phone. They were talking, and then they decided they were going to meet up somewhere to have lunch and also just discuss and then look for venue where they're going to host the program and things like that. Okay, so that was that. And then after that, the next scene, they showed Iyabo Ojo, okay, where Iyabo Ojo was talking about herself, introducing her. You know how they used to do these like reality shows, they would interview them and they show their life and they mix it all up. So after the phone call was them showing Iyabo Ojo and asking her questions about herself. She said she's a movie director, she's an actress, she's a movie director, she's a producer, she's so many things that she mentioned. And they asked her what does she like doing for fun. She said in her own words, she said, I'm a night crawler. I like to party. I love social life. I'm the life of the party. Okay. That's when they asked her, that's what she said. She said, going to parties, going to events, that she just loves it. She loves it. She loves to just be out of the house. She loves going to just being out and having fun and all those kind of things are things that she really loves doing. Thank you so much, Onyoyo Ducky's Kitchen, for that thumbs up. Thank you. I'm grateful. So she said that she really, really do love things like that, the nightlife and all of that. And if you know anything, if you've been following Iyabo Ojo, you know that Iyabo Ojo does not miss any Lagos party. And know that there is no party like a Lagos party. Lagos is one state in Nigeria that never sleeps. Okay, they are always awake 24 hours. Something is happening somewhere, people are going around. They always look for something to party. All Wambe is for sure, like they will always go and party and eat and enjoy. That is Lagos party. Lagos life is fun. If you work hard, grind hard, who knows who you're going to make it in Lagos. It's a highly populated city, but still they still get their groove on. Like, forget it. That one is not even. Iyabo Ojo was not joking. If you see the type of parties and the type of gele, this big head gear that the Africans tie. When you go to Lagos, you see some that are so massive that you need a vehicle to transport it from your home to the venue. So all this type of party with dignitaries and everybody dressing to kill, not, I mean, like dressing like mad. Okay, so yeah. And the next thing they asked her was about her love life. They asked her if she has someone in her life. She talked about how she got married young. That was Iyabo Ojo, and she wanted to be a lawyer. Okay, she had got admission into the university. She said she got married at the age of 19, I think, and about 20, she was in university, and then she was pregnant. She had to drop out and have kids and all of that. She also talked about how she was molested when she was, according to her, 5 or 6 years, and then it took her like forever until when she was an adult before she was able to confront the person. And she said she was molested by a family member. That's what she said. That's what she revealed on the show. So she said it took her so many years up until when she was an adult. That's when she was able to confront um, the person. Okay, but she didn't say what the person's race was. She just didn't want to go in deep. And they talked about how, oh, that's why she fought for, she's always fighting for young girls out there that they've been molested or something. Recently, there was another man's case. I don't even want to say his name here, but that was another one that was trending. She was one of the ladies that said he was also in the industry like her. He was an actor. He molested another actress's child, foster child, and that brought up a lot of problem. The industry was divided and stuff like that. So they talked about that a little bit. They're like, okay, that's why you for the show where Iyabo was doing a radio interview, and they were asking all these questions. You get. So they were like, okay, they see why she fought for that girl. She said she will never drop that case, even though she was not related to the lady that this happened to, or the child or her family or anything. She said yes, that immediately she hears anything like that, it just triggers her and she wants to fight for or the person. Okay, all right. So, and she also added, when she talked about her life, talking about her love life and stuff like that, she said, well, she has someone in her life, but she doesn't want to show the person off because um, she's being careful and or if she's getting married, and she's sure that if she will ever get married again, she doesn't know. But when it gets to that level, that's when she might show the person off, and that the person that she's seeing at the moment is a very private person, and the person sees how she gets bashed a lot on the internet, on social media. So the person really don't want to be out there in social media and all of that. And the person really feels for her, and the person does understand. So she's not showing off and she's not saying anything, lip seal. Okay, so if you're expecting to see Yabo's man in this, you might not. We don't know, but maybe in other season to come, maybe we don't know. Okay, so she said, of course, that she has a bobo that she said, according in her own words, fine girl like me. Why I'm not gonna get bobo? Of course, I get bobo. Now, bobo is something that Nigerians use a lot when you're talking about a boyfriend. So, bobo, it's like how fine girl like me, like a beautiful lady like me. Why won't I have a man in my life? Of course, I do have a man in my life. That is how she rounded that one. Okay. And she also said that people associate her a lot with negativity, that she doesn't really understand why she's always associated with negativity and stuff like that. They also called her TikTok queen, and she said, yeah, that she's doing her TikTok thing, that TikTok is very fun. Hello, Nessa, Growth, and more. You're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. Thank you. So she said that TikTok to her is very fun, and it really helps her to just create, show herself, and just do fun stuff. So yes, that she's always on TikTok creating one content or the other. So if you follow Iyabo Ojo on Instagram, then you know that she's always making very funny TikTok videos. Okay, she's always making one skit or the other, something, putting it out there, and her followers just love viewing such content. Okay, so yeah, she talked about that, and she said she got, yeah, I thought I mentioned how she said she got married very young and how she was molested by a family member and all of that. After that scene, the next scene was Caroline Danjuma, or Caroline Hodgkins. Now, okay, she was Caroline Danjuma before, sorry. Now she's Caroline Hodgkins or Caroline Hutchins. I don't know if I might be murdering the name, okay? So you choose Caroline Hodgkins, Caroline Hutchins. I don't know which one is the correct way, but I'm guessing it's Hutchins. Hutchins. But yeah, Igbo people sabi answer some kind name, then our people too go borrow the name. Anyway, if you didn't understand this one, it's part of the gist. Okay, so yeah. So the next scene they showed Caroline Hutchins, and if you remember in the trailer, or if you don't worry, I will remind you. Caroline Hutchins was the lady, the very light skinned lady among them that was posing in the beach, in the water, and all the stuff with a massive cap and all of that, that said, mm, I'm married to a billionaire. Poor people don't like that. She's the one. So they showed Caroline, okay, Hutchins, and they asked her a question about herself. She said she loves the beach, she loves water, and that she's married to a billionaire. Okay, and they also asked her that. if she's not, can she just marry to anyone? She said, well, no, because she loves good life. She loves to have fun. She loves the beautiful things of life. She wants to have everything, big house, big this, big that, this one, and just the high life. So she will never ever marry a poor man and not even consider someone that cannot afford her lifestyle. Okay. Well, you're always asking, Vanessa, your video has no ads. Okay, Vanessa, check it out. Okay, so so she said all of that, and then she asked the person, "Am I a gold digger?" And then the person said, "No." They don't always show people that are asking them the questions. And the person said, "No." And she said, "Oh no, oh no, who took my title? No, who took my crown? Who took my crown? I thought I was a gold digger." You understand? And she said, if she will ever get married again, she has to be married to, is it a billionaire or a zillionaire? Whatever it is, or a trillionaire. I don't know. A billionaire or a trillionaire or a zillionaire, whatever it's there after billionaire. So that's what she's going for, that she will never ever consider someone that cannot afford her lifestyle of glam and this and that. Okay, so all right, let me see what next. She said, okay, yeah, I told you how she talked about that she's married to a billionaire and poor people cannot handle that. And I went like, eye rolling. Yeah, tell me about it. How do you know that poor people cannot deal with it? So I'm here cooking and watching. Thank you so very much, Nessa. Thank you. Okay, so she said, I can sound okay. Okay, yeah, and then she talked about her daughter. They showed her daughter, her beautiful daughter was chilling in her room, and she went there to talk to her daughter. I think she also asked her about her clothing. She said it was nice, and she said she loves her daughter so much. Her daughter is like her friend and her mother and everything. Okay, okay, and she said her relationship with her daughter, she is my mom and best friend. Okay. All right. So then she talked about how in all she does, she also talked about her company. She's into real estate. She has to help people that cannot really figure out, they want to build a house, but they cannot figure out what they really want. That it's her job to kind of, help you with that. And they can also build the house of your dream for you. So she's into this construction and all those real estate in general, that's what she does. And they showed her where she was wearing those cap that those people wear, all these builders, all this construction thing, wearing it to clothes, went to a site, and then the engineers there and all of that were showing her the buildings, and she was asking, okay, so how many rooms do we have in this particular house? And okay, so in total we're going to have 5 rooms, this one here, that one there. She was just going from one room to the other. They were moving around the house. It was an uncompleted building, like still under construction, because she said she's into construction, so they had to include that also when she's working. You are welcome, Choice TV. Oh, Choice TV said I will start following the show. You have to. It is fun, okay? And some of the ladies didn't even deliver at all. We're going to get there. We're moving in line. You have to watch the show. It is super interesting. So after they showed her where she was in the construction site, she did her job, and then they showed her with her daughter. So then she talked about how her daughter's father is very busy. So I think during the weekends or within the week, one day within the week or during the weekend, she used to prepare the child and take the child to visit her father. So they went to the child's wardrobe. They opened now all of them. Let me quickly say something. All the ladies, their houses are superb. The houses were on point. The decoration, the style, the fashion, the cars they were arriving, everything was lit. Like I said in the beginning, everything was lit. There was nothing that was, you were like, okay, this is not really not the Real Housewives of Lagos. No, 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 forget it. Everything was lit. Okay. Okay, Choice TV said, where can I watch it? Says, I think Showmax, they said you have to download their app and then subscribe. That's how you can get it. but I don't think they've put it on any of these other platforms where people that live outside and can see the show. You understand? So that's what it is. But if you buzz me up for Instagram, Sha, I feel link you up how you go take, I that one they be. So so okay. So I hope I'm dropping in few minutes. Okay, okay. Okay, thank you so very much. Oyoyo Doki's kitchen. Thank you so much. Okay, so they went into Caroline Hutchins' daughter's wardrobe. They opened up, picked out clothes for the girl to wear, and then that was it. So the next scene, they talked about that Tiana Empire and Iyabo Ojo. They were going out for lunch, okay, and they were also going to talk about the Tiana's daughter's lunch. What they now, you dey trust TV, now. Who don't know when I don't know where. You don't know where go must find us somehow. Just because say we no there, no me say I no go see something. Last, you understand? So and then the next scene they showed after they moved from Caroline's house was Tiana. Now remember they started by when they showed Tiana, which is Tony Lawani, calling Iyabo on the phone, said they have to discuss about her daughter's event. Okay, so now it was time for Tony, that's Tiana. I prefer calling her Tiana's Empire though. So it was time for Tiana and Iyabo Ojo to go out for a lunch, sit down and discuss about Tiana's little daughter's event that was coming up. Okay, so they both went, they met up, were dressed looking all good, looking gorgeous, beautiful hair, beautiful makeup, clothes, they're like on point. Their fashion sense, they all nailed it. Like it was good. Iyabo was looking good. That's Iyabo Ojo. And Tiana's Empire, aka Tony Lawani, or should I say Tony Lawani, aka Tiana's Empire, she was also looking great. They went to this very beautiful place where I love the setting. It was not just too loud. It was very nice, looked peaceful, looked serene, calm, and everything to sit down and eat and talk about the listen over lunch. So they were both just sitting there talking about it, and Tiana turned and looked at the place and said, "We can actually use this place." And then somebody came walking in, okay? Somebody walked in, and that was Choma Good Hair. Okay, so when Choma walked in, Choma was looking all nice, wearing a very nice, like white long sleeve with the ruffle, this ruffle hand that looks like those 1940 lawyers. No, don't get me wrong. Choma nailed her fashion sense. Okay, that's not even a debate. Choma nailed it, but I'm just trying to get you, because if you've not watched it, I have to explain it in a way that you will feel like you're watching it with me. That's why I'm sitting here, because I want you to really follow along. And if you're coming across the channel for the first time, you will subscribe, turn on notification, and we can be analyzing together. Okay. So Choma came in. I think she was wearing a blue jean, black belt, and this long sleeve, bogus hand and ruffles, looking all nice, all clean hair. Of course, she's the Choma good hair now. She's into hair and all of that. So of course, she came in and she stood by the table. By then, they had already placed their order for what they were going to eat, and Tiana was talking to her, and Iyabo Ojo was just looking at the lady like, like she really didn't know who she was. While Tiana knew who she was. So she stood there for some minutes talking, and I felt like, come on, are you people not being rude? Both of you are saying, although this person was not invited to the table because both of you were going out for lunch and talk, but I feel like the person is standing there greeting you and talking to you. You should just shift in a bit. The place had this setting of the middle is the road, and both sides to the wall they have these long chairs with a table in the middle. Okay, so you can shift all to the wall because 3 persons or 2 persons can sit comfortably. That's how they had the settings on both sides, and the middle is where you walk. So she just stood there talking to them for a while before Tiana shifted inside, and then the lady sat down. They were eating and they were just talking. So I think that was where Tiana came now said, "Oh, this place is Choma's place. So it seems like that place is owned by Choma or run by Choma, because Choma said she has a lot of people. We'll get to that. So the place is run by Choma. So that's how she got the contract to decorate, design, and make food and everything available for the event. Okay. All right. So up next, after that, they showed Choma in her house. Now Choma's house is another one. Oh, hey, God. It seemed like they all planned it. Their interior, although their interiors don't look the same, like the decoration is not exactly the same, but they all have this white house. Let me just so you can imagine it yourself. A massive white house. And then Tiana's own has like more of gold decorations and gold stuff inside, and the rest of them, some of them went for like almost like nude colors, like colors that are not too shouting out about. Choma's house looked good. Choma was getting ready and they asked Choma about herself. So she's Choma Good Hair. She's owner of the Good Hair brand and some other companies that she owns, that she's into so many things also. And she said that she's an influencer, but she doesn't like to be called an influencer, but that she knows that she is influencing people with her doings, with everything about her. Her fashion sense is on point, her business and everything. That she knows that she's influencing people, but she doesn't like to be called an influencer, but she knows that she is an influencer and she's influencing people. Okay, like Chama, okay, ha, ha. Let me shout like Yoruba people. I missed something important I didn't tell you people now. Okay. Look, when they were discussing, Choma has this kind of accent. She's this kind of person that speaks like, I don't want to have it saying, the kind of speaking, I don't want to mention the name of any country, but you know what I mean. She's this kind of speaking, kind of person. So when she's talking, the other ladies are like, what is it? All this accent, yeah. So that was funny. I felt that was funny that the other ladies were kind of making fun of the way she talks, but she sounds good. They all do. Okay, so then okay, let me see. Okay, that she says she's an influencer. Choma said she's an influencer. She doesn't like to be called an influencer. Okay, she knows she's on point. And then they asked her about her relationship status. She said, yeah, she's seen some anyway, but her relationship status is complicated. That's just how she summed it up. Okay, Oyoyo said mine is dropping in 10 minutes. Okay. Oyoyo, I'll catch up to it when I finish from here. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. I'm grateful. Okay, so Choma said that her relationship status is complicated, but that yeah, there's someone, but nothing is really. It's not a defined relationship. She cannot really say much. Then they showed her on the phone. She was just relaxing on her couch and just talking on the phone with someone, like a video call, her phone right in front of her face, chatting and laughing and just teasing it. Did you eat some and all of that? You could tell that she was talking to, you could not hear the person's voice, but it was almost like she was talking to a man, the way she was blushing and the type of questions that they were asking each other and all of that. But I felt like she didn't want to really put it in there and all of that because she said it's complicated, like she didn't want them to hear his voice or anything or anybody should know anything about, celebrities. Okay, so that was that with and Choma. Okay, let me see what next. Okay, then Choma talked about her dog, and then hold on, guys. I'm in the house and oh, sorry. Sometimes when you're doing YouTube, family members they don't understand. They just speak so loud and you get into your stuff and Okay, sorry for that short break. Okay, so after Choma said her relationship is complicated and she was on the phone chatting and blushing with someone, and I'm thinking it was a guy, it was the man in her life, uh, and all of that. They now showed her little dog. She had this very not a small dog, but white and very beautiful, very beautiful. She was playing with the dog. She had the dog leash. Maybe they were preparing to go out. She was talking about pizza. I don't know if the pizza was for her or for her dog. I was like, oh, dog, pizza, whatever. I don't know. So, yeah. So they were just there chatting and talking. You know, some people are very careful with what they feed their dogs. They buy the most expensive foods and all stuffs like that. So when I had pizza, I wasn't sure she was talking about herself or the dog. So she said her dog is her baby. It's her everything. She loves her dog. He keeps her company. He's a good boy or a good girl. I don't know if it's a female or a male dog. Yeah. So yeah, that's what she said. Okay. Yeah, let me see. That was trauma, right? I jotted down stuff so I really want to see. And they also now showed her in her business place, her leaving to her workplace. First, she went to the Good Hair studio. Of course, she's called Trauma Good Hair. So that's the first place you go to. And they showed the studio, beautiful setting, the beautiful decoration, big space, a lot of workers with them. And then you could see some people working on wigs, people doing other different things happening in the place. She walked around, she entered, she was greeted. She also said she loved fashion and she loves shopping. So she went in and talked to her people there, and then she asked for all the staffs to come together. And I think from there, the Good Hair, maybe it's kind of connected to another of her business where they are into this food thing. Remember I said she had met Tiana and Iyabo gave her this contract. So she gathered all her staff, they were wearing like black skirts and a deep, kind of deep blue shirt, you know, like button down shirt with collar shirts, you know, dressed, all of them. There were so many of them. And she was like, get the staffs from the kitchen also, so they brought all the staffs and she spoke. I don't even know exactly what she was telling them there. She addressed all of them and asked them how they were all doing and everything. And then that was it. You know, they talk about their life and then they show you a little bit of what each of the lady does. That's how this season it's playing out. So I guess they want to introduce you for you to get used to the ladies and know the different jobs they do and stuffs like that. And you know, it's easy for somebody to say, "I'm this, I do this," but if you don't show it, what is the proof? So they had to put in a little bit of flash in here and there of what they do. So she spoke and then she left. And she said she loved fashion. So she also went to a boutique where the lady welcomed her very well. And they were everything designer stuff, you know, any brand you were looking for was just there, from glasses to shoes to bags to nice clothing. She was, you know, only how many scenes they show her where she changed how many times alone in just few scenes. They're like, she said she loves fashion. So okay. So that was it. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, she said she's a business owner. She owns a lot of companies in her own world. Okay, and she has a good head brand and all of that. Yeah. Okay, after addressing all her fans, let me see. Okay, the next scene was Tiana and Iyabo mocking. That's the one that I said I had forgot to mention, where Tiana and Iyabo was mocking uh Choma's accent, you know, where they were all sitting down and chatting and talking, and they felt like she's sounding somehow. I don't know if they feel like she was forming and all of that, but or it was just a joke. Because sometimes people do that when you sound different. People, your friends or people around you, might just want to talk about it or say one or two things about it, and all of that. Okay, so after that, here comes Laura Ikeji. Okay, they showed Laura Ikeji, and Laura Ikeji said that she is a hustler. You know, Laura, like I said before, when I saw the poster the first time, and I said Laura is someone that is going to nail it from the beginning till the end. Laura is going to nail it, guys. If you're watching the replay and you're here with me right now, I'm so sorry. So much noise is coming in from inside. I understand, but what can I do? I don't have a studio in the house. So yeah, people around the house will always make noise because they don't always think that YouTubers are doing anything serious. So I apologize. So Laura, when they asked Laura. Laura said she is a hustler and she loves money. Okay. I started laughing. I was like, can you just wait a little bit? Like, they just ask you, like, I'm a hustler and I love money. You know, I really love that. Like, that's Laura. If you follow her on Instagram or any other platform, you know that she's very outspoken, she's very loud, she's full of life, and that's the definition. Let me take a sip of my wine. Mm, I hope you have yours too. So as we're gisting, we're drinking along also. Okay, so she said, I'm a hustler. Um, I work so hard because some of the words I had to jot them down. These are their own very words from their own mouth. She said, I'm a hustler. I work so hard because I know how important 1 naira is. Now, for some of you that might watch this, you might not know the naira is what the Nigerian money is called naira, just as the US would say the dollar. So she said, I work so hard and I know how much 1 naira, like how important 1 naira is. So she's like saying, I know how much every cent, every penny, every dollar. I know how important $1 is because I work so hard. So I know. Okay, and I think that was good because some people they don't hustle so much. So even when they get these things, they really don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate what they have because they didn't work so hard for it, or maybe they're not coming from difficult, hard background. Okay, and I think Laura is not someone that came from like very rich background, but she and her sister, mostly her sister first, then now Laura is building something for herself, which is also great. Like her sister being Linda EKG, which is the top blogger, I think, in Africa. Actually, she's like one of the highest blogger there, which she has made so much money, buying expensive cars, living in a giant, huge mansion in one of the most expensive parts of Lagos. So yeah, they are making name for their family. So when you hear EKG, the first thing is Linda EKG comes to your mind, because of how popular she is with her blogging thing and all of that. Now I think she has Linda IKG TV and all of that. I'm digressing a bit, but she's Laura's sister. When you talk about Laura, it's hard not to talk about her sister also. And I think it's really great that Laura is carving out something for herself because a lot of times when people talk about Laura, they will always associate her, although right now I'm doing that also, like to Linda's EKG's sister. But now you can actually say Laura from the Housewives of Lagos, or Laura, the influencer, or something, and more or many other things that she's working on. Okay, so that's what she said, that she knows how important 1 naira is. Okay, and she said, okay, 1 naira is, and she said, I love money. I don't drink. I live a good life, I can say. Like this with her words, she's like, she loves life, but she doesn't drink. And that was, to me, that came as a shock that Laura doesn't drink, because I was like, oh wow, someone that is so loud and out there and always, and she doesn't drink, like, and she's an influencer. You go out, you have jobs to do, you have things, you just have to keep yourself going. Sometimes a sip of drink here and there, but I guess she's talking about alcohol. Doesn't mean that she doesn't drink water or juice or any other thing, but she doesn't drink alcohol, I guess. That's what she was talking about. So yeah, she said she loved life, she's living a good life, and that she doesn't drink. Okay, so up next, after they finished questioning her, was they showed her house, and I think it was their anniversary. Okay, so yeah, it was their 5 years anniversary day. So they showed her dining was set. Now Laura's house is beautiful too. Okay, beautiful house with this very big screen that shows the person that is outside knocking on the door before you go to the door to open. Like the house is just too. She's posh. It is clean. The decoration is on point. Everything. I told you, all the ladies, they nailed it with their house, with their fashion sense, everything. Okay, so they showed her inside, inside her house, and her table was set, and there was just so much food on the table. They had like some like spaghetti and big shrimps, like shrimps. They had pepper soup. They had different um delicacies, different meals on the table set. And when I saw that, I was like, oh wow, this is good. She's an influencer. She's doing all these things. And she's also homely. Like the lady can sit down and cook. I felt like that was good. So they showed her husband outside buzzing, the bell. And then she was like, oh, he's home. And yeah, and she talked about him a little bit. She talked about that she married her friend, that they've known themselves for so many years, even before for I think she said in total 10 years, so maybe she had known him for 5 years or more before she became his wife. She married her friend. Both of them, they have so much in common, and they're just people that don't really care and all of that. And because they asked her also, when they talk about you, how do you feel and how your husband feels? She said she doesn't feel whatever anybody wants to say about her, they should go ahead. She doesn't care. That the same with her husband. If you like, tell her anything. I see your husband here. I saw your husband here with this one and that one doing this. That she doesn't care. Whatever he's doing, he's going to come back home. She doesn't care whatever you want to say. That is the same with the husband. If you say anything, your wife, Lord, I did this. It's just like, I don't care. That she just loves that the way they just take life easy. They don't take things to heart and listen to gossip and things like that. She opened the door. He came in, and she was teasing him. She said, come, tell me I'm the best wife in the world. Said, oh, my best wife in the world. And he was just repeating what she was saying, and they were both smiling. And I'll tell you something I noticed. I felt like when they showed Laura in her house, where she and her husband was getting ready to have dinner, I felt like Laura looked tensed compared to the other ladies. Like I said, they also showed Tiana in her house, sitting, playing with her kids and all of that, and Choma in her house as well. I feel like Laura looked really tensed, maybe because I don't know, maybe because this was a big project and I've never seen Laura on screen before, but probably because she's an influencer, I think I expected more from her. I don't know if she has a YouTube channel, but I guess she should on all of that. So I expected, or any other thing, like all the influencing job, even on Instagram, you film your videos, you talk to your camera and all of that. So I expected her to have been comfortable with the camera and stuffs like that. I wasn't getting that, I felt like she was very conscious. Hello, Nessa Growth, the host. I felt like Laura was very, very conscious of the camera, but her husband came in really cool. And for me, I was thinking that her husband would be the one to feel well. I didn't know if he would be in the show, but when I saw him buzzing the bell, I was like, oh, please, please, I hope he will be able to, handle the part because Tony Lawani's husband had a mask covering his face, so it was not a big deal. He could play his part, even though it is tense and whatever, you could not see his facial expression because his face was covered, you know. So the next person, Iyabo Ojo didn't have a man in her life that she wanted to show. She had a man, but she wasn't showing him, to the public yet. Uh, Chama Goodhair said her own relationship was complicated, so now it was Laura. So I was really praying that, oh, I hope Laura's husband will be able to do her, his best to nail it, like hold it down, hold it down. It's not easy being in front of camera, everything like takes in one scene, two scene, three, this one, like check, action. You get, so I understand that it's not easy filming these things, but I thought she would have practiced. So that's one of the things I noticed about Laura. She was really tensed. She was really conscious of the camera and the people around. When they do filming, there are a lot of people in the background, even though when you watch, you don't see that. There's a lot that go into filming any project or anything. Yeah, so that's one thing I noticed. So when they came in, she was like, okay, Nessa Good said, keep it up, keep it up. Thank you so much. Thank you. So when he came in, he was all laughing and lovey-dovey with her and all of that. She wanted him to sit, and he said, you sit instead. And I love the fact that he pulled out the chair for her. She sat down, and before he sat, and she was like, Tana, look what we have. You have the best wife in the world. That's what she was telling him. You have the best wife in the world. He was just smiling and laughing, saying, yeah, yeah, whatever she said was, yeah, 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 he was dressed well, looking all good, wearing like this one of the traditional African, because we have so many Nigerian women. We have like we have so many traditional wears in Africa, or in Nigeria alone. There's so many traditional wears in Nigeria. So he was wearing one of those that is common for the people in the from the east and the south. South, they wear that a lot. So yeah. And then up next, you said, Do you remember? She said the lady's name. Now I don't remember the lady's name. I don't think I put it down. No, I didn't. Okay, she said, do you remember? She mentioned the lady's name. He said, yeah. I said, since it is our anniversary day, I invited the lady to come and prepare all these lovely meals for us. And I was like, oh no. At first I was thinking she prepared all those meals, but no, she didn't. There was a cook, and then the cook came out from the kitchen, to uh, tell the husband about the foods on the table, and then, just set it up for them and all of that. And I was like, oh no, she did cook on her anniversary day, she just invited a professional cook, but that was cool. She's a busy lady. She doesn't have to cook and all of that. And the husband looked good. He was all smiley. He didn't, so that was great. Okay. Mm. Okay, so as a camera, she looked camera shy. Her husband looked good. Okay, so after then, the next scene after the dinner with her husband, the next was uh, Choma calling Tiana. Okay, because I told you that now Choma has the contract to decorate and prepare the event. She's now the event planner for Tiana's event. So Choma calls Tiana on the phone to tell her about the event, the event preparations and stuff like that. So they spoke on the phone, and she was like, everything is all set up. The decoration, place is decorated, food is ready. When people start arriving, we're just waiting for guests to start arriving, then we can start frying and doing the last touch up on the food and all of that. But everything is set. And she was like, oh, I can't wait. Tiana was like, I can't wait to see it. Like, I'm so excited, but I just can't wait to see what Choma is going to deliver. So, um, okay. So after that, they now showed Caroline, the billionaire wife, and the gold digger. She gave herself that title, okay? Because she said, "Who took my crown? I'm a gold digger." Anyway, so they showed Caroline receiving an invitation from Tony Lawani, which is Tiana's empire, inviting her to this her daughter's event. That she's trying to launch a new brand and company or something for uh, her daughter. So they showed her, and then after that, they showed where Tiana was arriving at the place. When she got there, the first thing she saw, now Tiana arrived in a big, I think that was a Jeep. I don't know, was it a Land Rover, a Range Rover? I say Land Rover, a Range Rover or something. They were all popping with all these big, big things. Everything was big. Everything was big and massive in this season. I'm telling you. I'm just wondering how the other seasons are going to look. At host, so at host, my video is out in 1 minute. Okay, okay, okay. I'll catch up. I will. I'll catch up. Okay, so Tiana got there with a big car arriving, looking all good. Tiana wore all white, hair covered white and flowing, massive wear, like you know, she was just looking good. Yeah, Oyoyo, I see your this thing. I got your notification now. So Tiana got there, and she really loved it. Hold on, people. Okay, so she really loved it. She was like, oh wow. The first thing that greeted Tiana when Tiana got there was the whole the first decoration she saw was the photo, like the baby, the small baby photo, those newborn photos that the child is still curled up with all nice wears and hair bands and things like that she saw on the wall of different months or less stages of her baby growing up. Um, so she looked at she was like, oh my goodness, this is so beautiful, this is so lovely, I love this. I've not even seen this. I've not seen this uh I've not seen some of these photos since I was, I put to bed, like, this is so beautiful. And she walked in, she really liked it. And her friends asked her if she's really inviting a whole lot of persons. She said no, that she's just going to invite just few close friends and family members, just few family members and all of that. So it's not going to be like a very massive thing, that she's been working on this brand for a very long time, and that she's just happy that she can do this now. I think it's like clothing line and also hair products, like the products she used for her baby hair. She's been working on it for a very long time. So she talked about how, that's what she wanted to, that's what this event was about, launching the beautiful Elora's hair brand and clothing line, clothing line and hair product and all of that. So when she walked in, she really loved the decoration and everything, she loved the decoration and everything that was there. Okay, so up next, let me see. Okay, so the next scene was, everyone was arriving, and the ladies, each of them was just arriving on expensive uh cars, expensive, everything was just expensive. You could see that everything there was on point. The ladies were all serving us this hot, very hot look. Like, their fashion sense was on point. They came in with expensive cars, everybody looking all good, all nice. Caroline was in her house doing her hair, singing, "I'm a Barbie girl." And they were like, if you, and then she turned and looked at someone was styling her hair when she was singing, "I'm a Barbie girl." And then she turned and looked at someone that was by her side. I guess that was maybe the good person was out of camera shot. So she said to the person, "If you laugh at my voice, if you laugh at my voice." Okay, so now something else that I think I skipped when I talked about Laura was when they showed Laura in her house. Like I said, they talk about you, ask you some question, and they will show your business. They also showed Laura where she was, she had her ring light set up with her phone and her hair. She was like talking into her phone. But something I didn't like about that shot there, it seemed like her phone was blank. The same thing I noticed where Choma Goodhair was talking on the phone, like she was talking to someone too. It seemed like she wasn't really talking to anyone. So I don't know if it was from the editing or the angle of the camera, but you guys need to do better. Showmax and the show, you people need to do better with that. I really didn't like that. Where Laura was talking, you people would have showed, because when what's her name? When Caroline Hutchins was singing "I'm a Barbie Girl" and all of that in her phone, like she was videoing herself, the camera zoomed in on her phone, and you could see that Caroline was showing on her phone screen, even if she was not recording anything, but you could see her camera was on. But when Laura was doing her influencing thing there, when she was like talking and adjusting her hair and all of the way she normally does on Instagram when she's filming or something about her hair, talking about something in her house, like you were showing just behind the scene of what she does and all of that. It seemed like her phone was blank and I didn't see anything. Thank you so very much, Vanessa. Thank you for being here. So it seemed like there was nothing there. But anyway, they all arrived in expensive cars for Tiana's Empire's event. They got in, they all sat down and they were talking. And, Tiana arrived. Choma was the one organizing the event. Iyabo Ojo arrived and Tiana welcomed her. And they sat in the same table. Other guests were there because she said she would invite her family members, some other friends, some other few friends. So there were not a lot of people there, but there were people. There were people there, but there were not a lot of people. So yeah, she sat down and she looked at the stuff. They were there just chatting and talking and all of that. They brought tequila shot. They took that tequila shot with the lemon and all of that. They're like talking and just doing their lady thing. Laura was nowhere to be found. Okay, but before we get there, let us talk about Caroline walking in with this. Is it neon green or this very bright green? I don't know if it's neon. I think very nice with high slits. And now Caroline Danjuma is another one with a massive butt, with a massive behind. Okay, like all the ladies, their behinds are big, but I was looking at Tiana and um Caroline, who had the biggest butt? I'm still yet to figure out. So yes, so with this high slit that was thigh high, open, like all of her right thigh was outside with a deep V cut. The dress was beautiful. I love that dress. I kept looking at it and looking at it. I went back to her Instagram to look some more after, it was just gorgeous. They were all looking good anyway. I think Iyabo was also wearing white, looking good also. So when she walked in, Tina was like, okay, typical Caroline. She will always come in with the glam and everything. And they showed Caroline when she was talking, and she said, well, when she walks into a place, she sees people, but she's just going to do hello, hello, hello. And do you know what? I see people, but I don't see people. This type of people that are so full of themselves, and I think she's trying to serve this kind of, she's trying to give the um, the BICH vibe. That's what I see. That what Caroline Hutchins is trying to give, and the same thing with Choma Goodhair. Choma Goodhair is giving the BITCH thing. You know what I mean. So. Uh, when she walked in, she did hello, hello, and she sat down. She really focused more on Tiana, on the lady organizing the event. She didn't focus more on this other person. So Daxi, bye. So okay, so when she walked in, when she sat down, she just did hi. The other two just did hi, like they didn't know each other, and she was just sitting there, was like, mm, and they were there. Uh, so after that, when the program was almost finished, that was when Laura was arriving. Laura was wearing a white, I think also this type of short blazer gown thing that is in fashion, a white one, but with kind of plintings, it's called, at the down, looking all nice. She came in, and trust Laura, she will always give that Agbero style, just Agbero. When I mean Agbero, some of you might not understand what Agbero means. Agbero simply means like a street vibe, like a street person, like someone that is street smart. Yeah. So she came in, my girl. Other people were coming, hello, hello, and whatever, even though that's not their report. I'm just saying, she came in with my girl, even though she was late. And then Tiana said, look at her, she's catwalking, even though she's late, no problem. When it's time for her own event, I will also go late, and I will go when they're packing the plates, like when they're packing the dishes, that's when I'm going to arrive at her own event. Okay, so they all sat down and they started saying hello to each other, and they were talking and all of that. So then they wanted to do okay, then they were eating, they served them food, everybody was eating, but Laura wasn't eating. That's another place that I noticed that Laura was really kind of strange, like she was just acting like a slug, these very slow animals. What was it called, a slug? What was it, a slug? It's What's that animal that's very slow, a slug or a sloth or something, I'm not talking about like the animal that walks very slow. Yeah. So Laura was just giving like, I don't want to be here, or I'm not feeling you people, or something is not right, or I don't like some of the people here, or I don't know, but this is a baby's event and all of that. So they were eating. Laura didn't eat. She was sipping, I guess, with the size of what she was sipping on. I guess it's a kind of a soft drink, a juice or something, or maybe a cocktail or so. I don't know. But she was just sipping, and other people were, Iyabo Joe was munching the food. Even Laura said it. Laura was like, "Oh my goodness, Iyabo, I can't eat. I'm just trying to be the lady, I'm watching my weight and all of that, so I'm not going to eat anything." But I just kept looking at the Yabo Joe. She's munching and crunching. That's what Laura said, and I felt like that was very funny. So they were eating, and she was just sitting, and they were just talking to each other and all of that. And then uh, I don't know what happened. What happened just now? lost this. Okay, so I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, Tiana said that Choma Goodhair and Laura should be friends because I guess she was feeling like they didn't know each other, so she wanted to maybe do the introduction and just link them up so they can be friends and also know each other because she was introducing um Caroline also to Iyabo Ojo because Caroline is her friend, Iyabo Ojo is her friend, but they are both not friends. So she did the introduction, but you know this set like they know themselves, but you know for they have to somebody need to introduce somebody to somebody. You know how this housewife storyline always plays out. So when Tiana's Empire, Tony Lawani said that, Laura said, "Oh no, oh no, oh no. I've known Choma for a very no." She said, "Oh no, oh no. Choma is my friend. I've known Choma for many years now." And then everybody paused and they showed the lady. Some of them were rolling their eyes, some of them were removing their face. You know how women they just when they're together, they're always just too much. And then everybody paused, quiet, silence. They were waiting for Choma to say something, and Choma opened her mouth. Guess what Choma said? Choma said, oh yeah, oh yeah. Laura has been a client of good hair for a very long time. Oh, and then you could hear the crickets. You could hear the crickets. Like, come on, what are you talking about? And Laura was like, oh no, 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 no. That's not what I was expecting you to say. We've been friends, like friends. And I felt like the number of years, I think she said 11, 10 or 11 years or 12 years or something around that. She said that Laura has been a customer of hers. I feel like she should have at least just said she's a friend, even though you don't see her as a friend because you're in front of everybody. But yeah, she's always giving that, like, I noticed that from Choma Goodhair and um, this other lady. Okay, so they were on there just talking and then talking, and then Caroline was like, I don't even know why we're here. Like, there's nothing. We're just laughing, laughing over nothing. We're laughing over things like Kamala. We're laughing over just what I don't know and all of that. And Laura said she wants to go home. She doesn't even want to be here. You know, she doesn't. And then when they interviewed her, she now said, I don't understand something. Um, Tiana's Empire told me, this was Laura talking. Said Tiana Empire told me that she is not or she's no longer friends with Caroline because of some problems that happened. But now I came here, Caroline is invited for the event, and both of them are sitting so close together, talking and laughing. What is going on? And then they showed Tiana when they were asking her questions. And then Tiana said, oh, Caroline, she's I don't know did she even call her, a doll or something? And she just laughed. And then they showed Caroline too, when they were asking her question. And Caroline said, uh, I would love to be on the same vibe with Tiana, but Tiana is her energy is too much and I don't have that energy. I get tired easily and I just want to stop and rest. But Tiana never stops. Tony Lawani is always ready. She's the vibe. She's always bubbly, doing one thing or the other and all of that. So I don't even have her energy, but I would love to. I really don't know what all those things they were saying meant because they were like, everybody was like, nobody wanted to claim anybody as a friend. Everybody was trying to form one thing or the other. Okay, so yeah. Okay, let me see. So Tiana, yeah, I talk about where Tiana stood up, introduced the brand, talk about the hair product she uses for her child, how her child's hair is full and luscious, and how she's been working on that brand for a very long time and all of that. She also talked about the clothing line and everything, how she's been planning to do this for her little daughter, and that it was great. She thanked everybody for coming and they said, okay, let them finish up the party with another shot because they started it, the friends, the girls, they started it with a shot of tequila and they finished with a shot of tequila also. So Laura doesn't drink, but she picked up her little glass and the chairs and said whatever they want to say. And she put her glass down and she was sipping her drink. She didn't even speak much anymore. I feel like I hope Laura will buckle up and get used to the camera and everything because I know Laura is a vibe, but it seems like she's still camera shy and still afraid or too conscious of the camera, so she's not really putting herself there, you know. So that's the thing. So before they left, Okay, let me see. Let me really go through it because I don't want to miss anything. Okay. 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 So yeah, Laura also said, this was her word. I don't want to be a bitch, but I don't think that Choma is feeling Tony. I don't know why she felt that way because I was like, Laura was watching everybody. Look, she had so much to say. She didn't feel like Choma was feeling Tony. She didn't understand why Tony is acting all nice around Caroline after she told her that both of them are no longer friends because they had issues and things like that. Okay. And then before they left, after they took the shot of tequila and everything, what's her name? Iyabo Ojo now said, so I guess the next one is on me. I'm hosting the next one. And they all turned like, where are you taking us to? I think it was Caroline that asked her that question. And she said, we're going to the beach house. And you're like, yay. Caroline was like, yay, I love the beach. I love water. I love, she had mentioned that before when they were introducing themselves. And then Tiana said, oh, wow, I'm so interested. Beach house. I can wear my hot swimming wears and, my bikinis and one this and that and that. I love it. Choma also said, oh, wow, this is cool and everything. We're all excited and all of that. And Laura said, I'm not going. She said she has phobia. She said she has a phobia for water and that she doesn't think she wants to risk it for Iyabo Ojo and that she doesn't know her that well. So she's not going to risk it. And I felt like that was kind of shade. I don't know if she was trying to shade Yabo because Choma just shaded her where she called Choma her friend. And Choma responded by saying she's been a client of the Good Hair brand for over 7 years. So I don't know if she was trying to shade someone else, but she was like, I don't know Iyabo Ojo that well. It might be true that she doesn't know Iyabo Ojo that well, but I just feel like all girls trip. What can go wrong? Even if you're afraid of water, just go there and just chill at the beach and don't go in the water, don't swim. If there's a pool where you people are going to, just sit in the pool, the pool beds, all those beds that's by the side of the pool, and don't swim. Just wear your bikini and just chill there, take some photos, drink with the girls, just let them swim, do their thing, and you people go. But I felt like somehow, so she said she was not going, and that was it, okay, for the first episode. And then they showed a little bit of what to expect next, okay, what is coming next. And there was a big fight. I don't know who said what to Yabo. Yabo stood up. Yabo was giving them the Yoruba Yabo thing, eh? She was like, who in there? She was giving Agboro vibe. She was like, like, if you try me, I will lose it with this one, that one. And then they showed Caroline also, when Caroline Danjuma was saying, if you ever tell me you're going to slap me again, I'm going to lose it with you. I'm going to lose it with you. They also showed Laura, where Laura was standing on one side saying, if you say this type of thing, I don't like it. I don't like it. Get the F out of here. Get the F out of here. F you and F you too. And yeah. Everybody was upset. There was, so much going on. Someone talked about the book, you talked about the book or something. How much have you made or what? Like there was just so much chaos and all of that. And like, so you really said you were not coming to the beach house and you didn't show up. So that was what you should expect next. Okay, so get ready because that is what we are going to dissect next. It seemed like the next season is going to be the next episode, next whatever they're going to put out there is going to be hot because if they're going to the beach house, what is going to transpire there? What will be the ladies' reaction when they discover that Laura is not showing up? And what will be Laura's excuse when she finally meets up with the girls? Why she didn't go for Iyabo Ojo's event? And how would Iyabo Ojo respond? Okay, so there's so many things that we're going to talk about. So if you watch up to now, thank you so very much. God bless you. Okay, I remain your girl, Octavia Cora. And on this channel, we talk about everything fun, okay? Everything fun we talk about on this channel. Sometimes we talk about stuff that are not that fun because we have to give you the news and keep you updated also. So some of the stories on the news might not be that fun, but yeah, okay, just subscribe, turn on the notification bell, Okay, so you join us next time. If you're seeing us for the first time, okay, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so we can do this together. Okay, and let me know if you watch, because when next we are doing the dissecting and analyzing, we are also going to have people on the panel. This is the first one. I just wanted to do it alone to see how it will go. But the next one, we will still go through the same process where we have everything jotted down on a paper, and we will have people on the panel. People want to join us. Okay. All right. So thank you so very much. If you want us to also review any other of the show that you have seen, okay, because like I said, in the US, almost all the states, they have Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, they have Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives everywhere, everywhere. So if there's anyone you want us to review together, we will come on in here and you will co-host and we will talk about it. So people, the fans of the Real Housewife franchise, will come in and watch with us and dissect. Thank you also very much for joining me. I am super grateful. This is it. Okay, we're just here to talk about it. So I want something that everybody can watch. So thank you, everyone. This is it for today. We finished dissecting and analyzing the Real Housewife. Let me know in the comment section if you don't mind. How did I do? This is the first time I'm really sitting down and reviewing a reality show or a movie or anything. Okay, so let me know how did I do good, not good. Feel free to let me know, or should I adjust or anything. Okay, we're learning the process. We've not done this before, so it's the first time, and it's something that we would love to do more on the channel. Uh, if people love watching, okay. So yeah, thank you also very much. God bless you. I'm super grateful. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm grateful. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Nessa Growth. Thank you so much. Oyoyo's World. Oyoyo is premiering. I'll catch up with our premiere. Okay. Um, thank you, Choice TV. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Who else was here with us? Mama's Handprint. Thank you so much, Mama's Handprint. Thank you, thank you. God bless you. God bless everyone that stopped by, both our silent watchers, those people that watch, but they don't say hello, they don't want to be noticed, and all of that. Thank you also very much, and have a lovely day, everyone. Thank you so very much. Till next time, when we have to dissect and analyze the next episode. Okay, thank you, and bye.